So today I'm going to talk about AmazFit Pace coming up. I bought this watch 2 years back and I think it's the only electronic that I used more than 2 years. So I found this after a lot of research because I always wanted to buy this smartwatch and I was looking for Samsung Gear, Huawei, a lot of smartwatches except the Apple Watch because I don't really. Anyway, so the most important thing that I was looking for when I was going to buy this watch was the battery life. Because one of the main downsides of buying a smartwatch is the battery life, because most of the smartwatches have 1 day or maximum 2 days. So when I found this one, it claimed that it can hold up to 14 days of battery. And I was a bit judgmental of that. So I started looking into reviews and I found it's around 10 days of battery life and around 5 days with complete tracking. So one thing that caught me is the battery life. But let's go a bit into the technical details that might interest you. So this has one of the most elegant displays ever. The reason that I'm selling is this has an LCD display, but the most important thing is it has a transreflective LCD display. So let me break it down to you. That means this does not need light. The screen is not on. This does not need a light, a backlight to show the time, because it uses the external light and reflect it from the screen to show the time and all the details on the watch face. You won't find transreflective screens on many of the big players like Samsung or even Apple. You don't find it, but only a few Chinese manufacturers has this. And this is Xiaomi Huami AmazFit. So you know Xiaomi. So there is a subsidiary called Huami and they make these watches, so Chinese. But it has a build quality that can match even better than all the other big smartwatch vendors. And this transreflective screen is one of the major reasons that this has a better battery life, because you don't need a backlight to keep the information on. You can always see the information on the screen without even a backlight. So no backlight, better battery life. And the build quality, it has polycarbonate with zirconium ceramics. So it technically means it has a better build quality, and also it's scratch resistant. So I've been using it for 2 years and I bumped this into many stuff. Concrete, metal, doors, I don't know, whatnot. But still, it survives. There is no scratches whatsoever that I can see. And the weight, it's around 50 grams. I think it's around 55 grams as for the specs, but it's very lightweight and you don't even feel that you are wearing it if you wear it for a few days. And about technical details, this has 1.2 gigahertz of dual core processor with 512 megabytes of internal RAM. Also, it has 4 gigabytes of internal memory in case you want to store something. For example, you can store music. You can listen to music on the go by connecting it directly to Bluetooth headphones. You don't even need your phone to listen to the music if you have this watch and you have Bluetooth headphones. This has, yes, Bluetooth 4 and also Wi-Fi that directly can be connected to your Wi-Fi connection and do all the updates and syncing. Battery wise, it has a bit of a low battery, 280 milliamp hours, but because this has this cool feature, transreflective screen, and you don't need a backlight, and also a customized version of Android, almost not looking at all as Android, it has a better power utilization with respect to the battery life. So I use this with continuous heart rate monitoring and it can last up to 4 to 5 days. Without continuous heart rate monitoring, you can go up to 7 to 8 days. It used to be around 10 to 11 days, but Now I think they introduced a new feature called always on GPS, so now it goes within 6 to 7 days I have to recharge it. This watch is also IP67 waterproof rated. That means this is splash proof and also dust proof, and you can go up to 5 meters down water without getting anything damaged. But I do not recommend you to wear it while you are swimming, but for showers, rains, it works. Tried it, nothing happened, still works. And the heart rate sensor it has at the below is a PPG optical sensor, and I found it very accurate than the Xiaomi band, like the Mi Band. It's way accurate than that, but still it's not a medical grade sensor, still does the job. It also has GPS inbuilt, so you don't need your mobile phone connected at all when you do all the activities. For example, if you go for a run, this guy records the GPS map without a phone. So later on you can sync to the phone and also use Strava, the third-party application, to do the social sharing and everything. But still, this has the inbuilt GPS, so you can record your movement with GPS coordinates. Even you can see the map from the screen. The normal things, it has the heart rate sensor as I mentioned, accelerometer, gyroscope, compass, and a pressure meter. So this tiny thing creature has all of them. And the ambient sensor, you can put the backlight into auto mode, because at night you can't really see this screen because it gets light from outside. So if you go for a walk during the night and there is no light outside, you cannot see this display because it takes the light from the external sources and reflect the light from the transreflective display inside. So for that you can use the automatic feature to turn on the display, but I don't use it. That's where this ambient light sensor comes in. And one downside or a limitation in this watch is this supports only vibration alerts. This does not have a speaker or a microphone, so you cannot really get beep notification out of this watch, only vibrations. And because this does not have a microphone, you cannot answer your calls, but only reject the calls or silent your phone. That's it. But for me, I don't really mind because the vibration is good enough that you can freely feel that there is a notification. So I never wanted the beep. It's so annoying. Vibration is enough. And this does not lack any features that have almost all the features that the other smartwatches have, like the big vendors. They call it the D watches. So this watch has active tracking for many sports that you do, 12 plus active tracking modes. For example, treadmill, elliptical, climbing, trail runs, skiing, tennis, a lot. So you can cover many sport activities from this one. So this guy does a really good job doing that. And this also have the heart rate tracking, and also it keeps on notifications if your heart rate goes up than a given threshold, or also go down than a given threshold. So I don't know if it's very useful in medical terms, because this heart rate sensor is not that accurate. And when you're doing sports and your heart rate goes up than a certain level, and you may need to take a rest. And one other thing that I really liked is this has sleep tracking. I don't know how many of you guys wear watches to your sleep. I never used to do it, but this watch, when you wear it, you don't even feel that you are wearing a watch. So I started wearing it because this has a very nice flexible silicone strap. So eventually I started wearing it to sleep, and this watch became a part of me. So you can see there is this so this does the smart sleep tracking. So it knows when you are sleeping from the movement and also from the heart rate. So in the app you can see how much sleep you take, deep sleep and light sleep, or if you even woke up during the night. And even in the screen you can see how much you slept from the screen itself. So that's a really cool feature. It's kind of helpful if you are having some sleeping issues. This also have the typical ones like the alarms, compass, stopwatch, timer. But the special thing about this compass is it can give you the longitude and latitude, along with the altitude measurements and the pressure levels, because this has inbuilt GPS sensors and also the barometer. So you will get more details than other smartwatches. And one another thing, if you are listening to music on your phone, you can use this watch as a controller. You can keep your phone on the desk or even in your pocket and control all the music, volume up, down, next track, previous, repeat, everything from this phone. So you don't need to take your phone out to change the tracks. So this does the job. And also this has a lot of faces, the watch faces. I like this particular watch face because it's kind of gives almost all the information that I need. But you can customize these watch faces as well. There are 30 plus watch faces, and also you can customize, even you can put your own face as a watch face. If you are really that kind of a creepy person, you can do that. So as a user, I'm really satisfied with this watch. Usually I don't use electronics much. I simply change it once in a while. My phones, my speakers, headphones, I change in a while. But this guy, I have no complaints. Yes, I had some issues, but they eventually fixed it with software bug fixes, and I'm really happy with it. I don't know. I mean, I still don't have a reason to change this one. It keeps going on. I don't have a requirement to upgrade to the next smartwatch. After 2 years, it's running just as new. It's 2019, and I would still recommend buying this one. If you have a bit more money, go for the next version, AmazFit Pace 2 or the Stratos. Otherwise, even this one is really good. I checked in Amazon, it's now listed for 109 euros, or in eBay it's 107 euros. And you can find it from AliExpress or some other vendors for maybe a cheaper price, but make sure you buy the English version, unless you are Chinese or you can read Chinese. Make sure you buy the English version, because in Chinese version there are some restrictions as well. Make sure to buy the international version, so you are good to go. So this is my verdict on the Xiaomi Huami AmazFit. And with the better battery life, the transreflective display, and a good build quality, maybe it's the smartwatch for you as well. I'll keep the links in the description below, and also the promo codes for the official website. Until then, stay cool.